International Wrestling Federation.
From Universal Studios, Florida, the home of Earthquake, Confrontation, E.T., Back to the Future, and now plays host to the International Wrestling Federation from Soundstage 23, Universal Studios, Florida, where you can ride the movies and see the superstars of professional wrestling.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome back. This is the IWF on the Nation Network.
And is for the International Wrestling Television Championship.
Our first of two title matches here tonight on the program. Joining me tonight, a special guest commentator, one Nasty Ronnie here in the booth with me. And Ronnie, a lot going on here since the last time you joined me.
Well, no doubt about that, man. I take a look around the IWF. I take a look around all up the XWF and everything that's been happening here, baby. It's been crazy. Simply put, it's been crazy. And what's happening tonight is crazy, too, because Nasty Ronnie's here to tell you I'm not happy about certain things. The fact that my man Cliff Anderson has to put the championship up tonight is bad enough. But he got to do it inside of a steel cage. What is that all about?
Well, as I understand it, that was to remove any excuses that may take place to avoid any outside interference. As we know, that's the main purpose of a steel cage. Keep other people out, keep the competitors in.
I feel the deck is stacked against my man, but I'm not worried about it because Cliff Anderson is a worthy champion, and tonight he's going to prove it once again.
Well, speaking of worthy champions, here is our television champion, Mr. Kip Winchester in action. This will be his third title defense of that title. Next week, if he maintains it this week, goes into next week, and maintains it there, he will then sacrifice that title, forfeit that title, and have a chance to choose any other championship that he wants to challenge for.
Well, that has always been the name of the game when it comes to the Universal Television Championship.
So far, only one person has done that, but then there's only been one champion ahead of Kip. That, of course, was Lightning Lou Perez, who took advantage, got that opportunity, came up short against your man.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Cliff Anderson is a fighting champion, but give us a fair fight.
Well, we believe it's going to be a fair fight. And again, the purpose of the steel cage is to make sure that it is a fair fight.
Introducing the challenger from Rochester, New York, weighing in at 285 pounds.
The man known as Roadblock.
And his opponent from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 241 pounds. The International Wrestling Television Champion.
Kip Winchester with that championship title. The crowd here definitely in support.
That is Roadblock. He's got an opportunity right here to just go and take that championship title, right? He's got a chance. What has he done to earn that chance? That's what I'm talking about. Things around here haven't exactly been the way they should be.
Well, he's been a definite force to be reckoned with since joining us here.
He's been a force to be reckoned with, but how many wins has he got? The man hasn't won matches. He's gone out there against Thor a number of times. He hasn't really gotten a victory, though.
Well, there have been time limit draws, there have been disqualifications, there have been other things, and yes, he's lost to Thor as well, which is why Thor is in the title picture tonight.
Well, that explains why Thor is, but it don't explain nothing about this Roadblock.
Now, the fact that you're here ringside with me tonight as opposed to the Continental Lover himself Fans, if you didn't see what happened recently over on Soundstage 21 and part of the XWF, Eddie Mansfield went over there to offer their roster a chance to be a part of the upcoming Rise of the Renegades. That'll be next week. And during that invitation, if you will, Bam Bam Bigelow came out and absolutely manhandled Eddie, squashed him, dropped him on his head. And as such, I don't even know if he's in the building tonight. I have not seen him.
Now, he took a lot of punishment. He took a lot of pain. But sometimes when you're going to go across enemy lines, you got to be ready for that to happen. I'm surprised the man didn't bring backup with him. I would have brought some backup.
Roadblock right now doesn't need any backup. He is throwing the champion around, going for the cover. Referee's in position for the count. It's a 1 count. And Winchester able to kick out. And now look at this. Roadblock is a beast, over 300 pounds, and again, the referee can't get out of the way. Going for a powerbomb, perhaps, and Kip Winchester having nothing to do with it. And I'm not sure if I'm seeing things or not, but it looked like he might already be busted open, the champion. Neckbreaker, nicely done. Perhaps I was mistaken.
Yeah, well, the night is young. Give him a little more time. I got a funny feeling he might be busted open before it's all said and done.
You know, we talk about the nasty organization. We know that at Rise of the Renegades, your men are going to have a shot at the tag team titles, and nobody, and I mean nobody. Oh, what a move right there. That might be a new champion. 2 count, just barely kicking out. As I was starting to say, nobody has been able to defeat the tag team champions of Odessa Slim and Chubby MC.
Well, you know what? We have been in the ring with them before. We've been close. I'm not going to argue about the fact that we ain't got to win yet. But we've learned, and we are going to capitalize on some brand new strategy. And I can tell you right now, the Stomper and Mondo Clean, they are going to take those tag team titles next week. Mark my words. We will have new tag team champions in the IWF.
Part of Rise of the Renegades next week, ladies and gentlemen. You won't want to miss that. We're still waiting to find out if, in fact, the XWF is going to send representatives. I heard from Teddy Long that they were, but we do not have any information beyond that. Look at the power on display. The Roadblock just eating the damage and showing no problem whatsoever. Over the top rope and crashing down to the floor. Winchester now stomping away on the legs of the big man. That's a smart move.
Yeah, I'll give credit where the credit is due, because indeed that is a smart move. If you can take out one of the wheels on the truck ain't going to be moving too fast.
Neck breaker here on the ringside floor. And this crowd watching on. Winchester with a big right hand. Has him up. What's he going to do here? Again attacking the leg.
Well, it wasn't just a great idea to do that, but he's been sticking to it, and that's really important as well. Not giving him a chance for him to recover.
Indeed, he takes that advice seriously as he comes straight out to the floor. And the moment Roadblock tried to get back up to his feet, Kip Winchester was right on top of him. And this is exactly what it's going to take to beat this Mad Mountain monster. Winchester now going to work on the knee again. I'll tell you what, he definitely has a plan.
Well, if you're going to be a champion of any kind of caliber, you better have a game plan going in, and you better be able to execute it. And right now, got to tell you honestly, the man is executing perfectly.
Big clothesline. Another clothesline. Make it 3, and Roadblock. This is absolutely shocking. Up till now, we hadn't seen him manhandled like this. Even Thor didn't have this much success against the man.
Yeah, not until maybe that last match, but even then, it took him a minute. Kip Winchester's really done a strong performance here.
Oh, but that might all be changing now. Roadblock just drops him across the top rope, throat first. Irish whips him to the ropes. Drop down by the big man. Catches him one-handed. Spine buster, and boy, did that shake the ring. Roadblock. Boot to the face. Hammering away now on the back of the champion. Stuns him with a back elbow now. Kip Winchester has him in position, going to try and get him up for a pile driver. Face first. Face first into the canvas.
I was wondering if he gonna get that big man up like that, but he managed to find a way to do it. I gotta tell you, I'm surprised.
Oh, but the roadblock with an answer. One-handed choke slam. His head, the champion's head, bouncing off the bottom rope, and you gotta wonder how much damage that might do. Boot to the midsection. And there it is, the tumbleweed going for the cover hook of the leg. Will that be enough to secure the title? It is. No, the shoulder comes up.
Roadblock is not going to stay down. He might be down, but he ain't going to stay down. And that is a sign of a true champion.
Double sledge to the back. Winchester comes running in, clothesline, and the challenger drops like a rock. Winchester all the way to the top rope. That's a long way. Oh, and he clears it.
Man, I gotta tell you, I'm impressed with that one. That was an elbow drop, but he had to go through a couple of different time zones to get there.
Roadblock once again. Feels like the moment may be near. Head first into the turnbuckle, and this time Kip is definitely busted open. Winchester is bleeding. How much damage has been done, we don't know yet, but we're about to find out. There's the moonsault.
That's a moonsault, I tell you right now, that man almost went into orbit.
Cover. Do we have a new champion? No. Frustration on the face of Roadblock.
Have we ever seen anybody kick out of that move before? I gotta tell you, I don't believe I have.
From that middle rope. Again, he hits with it, and that's gotta be it. You can't possibly kick out of it twice. The blood covering the face of the champion. And just like that, we have a brand new IWF television champion here.
Well, we take a look back at some of the highlights of this, and I'll tell you right now, man, the big man is going to be a big problem for whoever goes up against him. And think about this for just a minute, if you will. If this guy does what I think he could do, which is definitely defend that title for 4 consecutive weeks, after that, yo, it's all butter. He can end up taking that and going right back after whoever the world champion may be. Let's just play devil's advocate for a minute and imagine Thor wins tonight, which he won't. Thor's already had such a history with this man in a short period of time.
All things are possible, ladies and gentlemen. This is IWF Wrestling at its finest, and I gotta tell you, it looked right here like Kip was going to retain that title.
Well, back to the old bargaining board, as they say. I guess Kip can always fall back on that tag team division thing.
Here is your winner, and new International Wrestling Television Champion,
The Roadblock victorious, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more action in just a moment.
He's American made.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you? Fans, we're back and take a look at who has shown up.
Well, better late than never, you know what I'm saying?
The owner of the IWF is here.
Bam Bam Bigelow. Let me tell you something, son. I am not active anymore. I have not been an in-ring performer in quite some time. And what you did to me on XWF television just days ago, son, there's gonna be a receipt for that. You got to know. It wasn't bad enough you tried to squash me, no. Then you had to come out there and drop me on my head. Well, here's what's gonna happen in 7 days' time, Bam Bam Bigelow. I invite you personally. Personally, I want you to come out here. I will get myself in shape. I will get myself in the ring, and I'll kick your fat ass all over Universal Studios. Find yourself a tag team partner. I will find one for me, because we are gonna have an old-fashioned Texas death match, baby. Tornado style, all 4 men legal. Beat the hell out of each other with anything you want, anywhere you want. And it ends when one man gets pinned or submitted. Bam Bam Bigelow, if you got a hand on your ass.
Oh, hold on. What is this? Teddy Long is here again in the IWF. Hey, player. Now I understand exactly where you're coming from. Saw what happened to you. You're getting dropped on your head like that, I gotta admit, you look about 1.5 inches shorter than the last time I saw you. And I can understand that would make a man a little grouchy. So here's what I'm gonna promise you, player. Next week, Bam Bam Bigelow will be here. And he will be here with a tag team partner, but I'm just warning you now. Be careful what you wish for, player. God, you just done got it. Holla, holla, holla.
See you next week.
Well, next week we now know part of Rise of the Renegades will be a Texas Tornado tag team match.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
We are back, fans, and holy cow, what we just heard from Eddie Mansfield. Next week, he's going to put on the tights again. I guess you're going to be coming back to the broadcast position.
Well, I'll tell you the way I look at it, you need somebody here to keep you on the straight and narrow, and if that has to be Nasty Ronnie, well then so be it. Be a couple of guys that are nasty. Let's take a look at them right here in brute force. These are a couple of guys I wouldn't mind having in my stable.
To the ring at a combined weight of 488 pounds. And
Indeed, Slammer and Jammer, they are one of the hottest tag teams here in the IWF. They've had opportunities against the tag team champions, and quite honestly, a win here tonight would go a long way.
Well, it definitely put them in title contention. There's no arguing that. When my boys are the tag team champions after next week, we'll take a look at these guys. We might give them an opportunity.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 477 pounds. And
The Disorderlies heading down the aisle. This team, mystery team, I guess we can call them realistically. They're batting about 500, but they have had some success against name-recognized tag teams in their short history, not just here in the IWF. They're freelance. They don't have a set contract. They've also competed in the XWF, and they've pulled out some unbelievable victories between both promotions.
Well, they've had a couple of wins, and I think a reason for those wins is because teams didn't know better. Now that they've got them all figured out, they haven't won lately, have they? I don't think they're going to win here tonight, but we'll find that out.
Bell sounds, action's underway. Brute force. Slammer dropping him. Disorderly number 2 starting it out.
How you know which one? They look exactly the same.
Disorderly number 2 is a little bit larger.
You saying the man's fat?
No, I'm saying he's a little bit larger.
I'm going to tell him you said he's fat.
Choke slam right there. Jammer to the ropes. What's he got in mind? Neck snap right there. And that was to the side. Normally you see that going from back to front or from front to back. That one was sideways, and I got to believe that could do a lot more damage. Stomping right through the midsection. And thus far, the Disorderly's not doing so well in this one, at least Disorderly number 2, as he looks to make the tag, and he does. Jammer coming up with the big elbow drops. And now Disorderly number 1 is the legal man. Disorderly number 2 can't get himself out of the ring, however. Look at this. He's going to help him perhaps out of the ring. He's got him overhead. Press and drop him. I thought he was going to set him up with the top rope.
You can kill a man with that, no doubt about it.
Off the ropes. Oh, look at this. Jammer making him pay the price. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Big clothesline right there. He caught him. Going for the cover. Referee's in position. There's a count of 1. There's 2. And he just missed it. Welcome, everyone, joining us here live on the Nation Network today for IWF Wrestling. Andrew Roberts in the house. DHW is here. William Perkins in the house. Welcome aboard, everybody. And again, snapping the neck sideways. That is not the way the human body is meant to move.
No, that's actually a really smart move, though. You can do a lot of damage to your man, and that'll take the fight right out of him. And thus far, we haven't seen any fight in the Disorderlies, and it's not looking good for them now.
Oh, look at that. Disorderly number 2 tried to take him off the top rope, but he was not successful. In the meantime, here's a cover, and a save has to be made by Disorderly number 2. Jammer. Oh, boy. Big senton splash right there. I got to tell you, the Disorderlies right now, not looking good at all. There's a splash from the top rope, and that might be enough to put this one away. It is. Holy cow, that was a dismantling.
Well, it's like I said at the beginning, man. These two guys, they are what they are. They've been lucky a couple of times, and I think it's really simply because they took people by surprise. The surprise is over. Everybody knows.
It does seem like the book on the Disorderlies may have been read. Look at this. Oh, my. It was not a splash. That was a big knee right to the chest.
Yeah, but that wasn't the one he put him away with. The one he put him away with, that's coming up here in a minute. Look at this. Oh, he just caught him with that. That wasn't a splash, and he drove the life right out of him. I think you can see his soul escaping into the atmosphere.
Big victory indeed for Brute Force and the best they've looked yet. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Don't forget the big world title match on the line later.
You have what it takes to become a professional wrestler. Become part of the fast-paced, slam-bam world of professional wrestling by joining the official IWF Training Center. Learn training and conditioning methods from professionals and find out what it takes to become a superstar in pro wrestling. You have tried the rest, so learn from the best at the IWF Training Center by calling area code 407-438-6411. Area code 407-438-6411. Don't miss it. Be there.
The following contest.
Fans, we're ready for more action here. Make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe.
Sweetwater, Texas. Weighing in at 230 pounds. Blackjack Mullins.
Blackjack Mulligan heading down the aisle, and he is going to be taking on a force of nature, something we've never seen before in the IWF. You talked earlier about people's win-loss records. Well, this man is unbeaten, and he has stood the test of the best, many people would say.
Blackjack Mulligan is a tough hombre, as he likes to say, from his part of the world. You know, there's a lot of people that walk the walk. They don't all talk the talk. He does that, though. He can do that. He's that guy. This is not a guy you want to get into a barroom brawl with, you know what I'm saying.
And his opponent from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 270 pounds. Mordecai King.
This Mordecai, since debuting a month ago, has decided he is going to pass judgment, and he has done that on everyone he has stepped in the ring with. Will tonight be any different? I can tell you this, the challenge will be different.
Yeah, well, Blackjack Mulligan's the kind of guy that can go one-on-one with a guy this size. Both of them are about equal size. Mulligan probably has a little more weight behind him, and he's that seasoned veteran. He's tough like leather, you know what I'm saying.
No doubt about it. Mordecai going to definitely be challenged here, I believe, in a different manner than he has been to this point in time. Will he raise himself and rise to that challenge? That's what it's all about. Speaking of rise, next week, ladies and gentlemen, the Super Show event, Rise of the Renegades, featuring all of the IWF superstars, and now we know the XWF will be present. How many? Who? We don't know that.
Well, we might find out at some time between now and then, but even if we don't, we will be ready. I can tell you right now, everybody in that locker room is ready for bear.
Mulligan with a big shot to the chest that got the attention of Mordecai. Mulligan has him up and drives him into the canvas. Big splash as well by the big Texan. And for the first time, we have seen pain on the face of Mordecai.
Well, I don't care who you are, man. You come out in the ring and you do the things that he's been doing. It definitely plants the seed of, at the very least, unknowns.
Oh, Mulligan's busted open, and he is really in trouble right now. Look at Mordecai stomping away on him. Pummels him. And that blood flowing down the forehead of Blackjack Mulligan. And he uses that headbutt to gain the advantage. I'm not sure if that's the right idea. Gets a 1 count, and I don't know if anyone's even done that to Mordecai up till now.
I don't think they have.
Mordecai now backing Mulligan up into the ropes. Referee going to look for a clean break here. Jawbreaker, and down goes Mulligan. Big boot right to the face, and this is where Mulligan and the wisdom and experience that comes with him shows up.
Mulligan's been in all the toughest matches you can ever name. He's been in them. Steel cage, bull rope, Texas death.
Knee caught him, and now Mulligan, the pain continues, the damage continues, and Mordecai continues. This man has been nothing short of incredible. And now choking out Blackjack Mulligan.
Mordecai, he believes that he is here to pass judgment on the dark forces here at the IWF. Long as he leaves me and my stable alone, I got no problem with him.
What makes you think he won't target them at some point in time? You do have the reigning heavyweight champion.
You know, I get the feeling that's not what this cat's all about. I think he's about doing this right here, punishing the biggest and the baddest as he sees them.
I got to tell you, he is definitely handing it out to Blackjack Mulligan right now. Another big right hand. Another big right hand. Oh, and again, this just continues. And now raking the face as well as that wound. Driving the head of Mulligan into the mat.
Well, Mulligan may have done more damage to this man than anyone else has done to date, but he's not getting the win right now. He's got to put something else together.
There's that sit-out spine buster, and we've seen him do that on a number of occasions. Mordecai raking the eyes again, tearing away at the open wound on the head of Mulligan with a series of rights. Here's a clothesline, and Mulligan out to the floor. Mordecai going out here after him, and Blackjack Mulligan is in a lot of trouble. That jawbreaker finding its mark.
Mulligan right now, I tell you what, this is our former champion right here. And he is being manhandled.
Sends Mordecai now down towards the guardrail. Mulligan lifting him off the mat. Look at the blood-soaked face. Talk about the crimson mask. Mulligan has him. Backbreaker right there. Sidewalk slam, literally on the sidewalk, you might say. Mordecai gonna beat the count back in. Heavy clothesline. And if you're Mulligan, this could be it. Will it be? Indeed, he's going for Judgment Day. Mulligan is down, and I believe he's out. Referee's there for the count. There's two. Mulligan manages to get off the canvas.
Wow, I got to tell you, I don't think I've seen anyone do that yet. And Mordecai doesn't look too happy about it either, but hey, that's the way things happen sometimes.
Mordecai has Mulligan with a big scoop slam. Oh, Mulligan with that boot to the head. Irish whips him to the ropes. Mulligan dropped down. Where's he getting that from? He got caught going for the back body drop. Clothesline. Mulligan continues to take punishment. Oh, again, Mordecai tearing away. Now he's got that arm.
Man, that was a tough move right there. He's taking that arm away like it's going to be a trophy.
Mulligan using the ropes to pull himself back up. I'll tell you, he might have been better off. Look at this. Mordecai, I believe, biting that open wound on the head of Mulligan. He continues to rake away.
Man, I tell you, Mulligan, he fought to stay in this thing, but that was a mistake.
Blocks the attempt right there. But Mordecai, as he has, comes up with a solution. Mulligan getting back up to his feet. That could be a mistake. Oh, here we go again. Judgment Day has him up in the air. As he passes judgment on Blackjack Mulligan. You're not going to kick out this time, sir.
Well, he made the effort, but at the end of the day, effort only gets you so far, and we all saw what that all turned out to be.
Well, I will say this much for Blackjack Mulligan. That is the most Mordecai has faced when it comes to offense, when it comes to taking punishment. Seeing somebody actually kick out of the Judgment Day. Take a look at the replay of some of this action inside the ring, outside the ring. And here it is, right on the back of the head. You can see him grabbing the back of his head. He may be knocked out cold at this point.
Well, that wasn't the last one. That was the first one. And here he was biting him, choking him at the same time. I tell you, this Mordecai, when he's trying to take you out, he goes all the way, not playing.
And that was the last one right there. Mulligan is out. And I tell you, you don't see that happen. Mordecai, very impressive victory here again. Can anybody stop this man?
Well, I'll tell you, if there is someone out there, I'd like to meet him because I ain't seen him yet.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Steel Cage IWF Heavyweight Championship. Stay with us.
Hi, it's me, Antonio Banderas. When I use my Bosch fridge, it makes me feel different. It makes me feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools, I feel like the Macho Man Randy Savage. You dig it?
I do dig it, Randy.
We're fine.
Powerful power tools.
Phenomenal appliances.
Rotary hammers.
Dishwashers.
Mighty sauce.
Induction cooktops.
Randy!
Coming. Impact drivers.
Refrigerators.
Watch this. Elbow.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
The following is a steel cage match and is for the International Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Well, this is a match that we are all anxiously anticipating. However, I think you have a little bit more anticipation than maybe the rest of us because you have a very critical part of your organization involved in the match.
Well, yeah, you know what it is. The fact of the matter is that they're putting us out here. We got to do this thing. We got to put the championship on the line inside of a steel cage. I'm at ringside kind of, but I can't be with my man. The fact that I can't get in there, I can't talk to him, the fact that he can't come out and talk to me, we can't work on strategy, and he's stuck inside a cage like an animal, that's not a fair advantage.
Well, Thor has fought Roadblock for 3 weeks, and he has gotten past the roadblock to get here to the championship on the other side. He's got to make the most of this.
You know, I find it very interesting that we are rewarding the man who has caused all the chaos, the man who orchestrated the attack against the XWF and brought all the heat on us, and we're rewarding him.
Well, it wasn't necessarily an equal reward. He had to fight and claw his way to this matchup. As we take a look at Cliff Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning IWF Heavyweight Champion, getting ready to put that title on the line here in the cage against the Incredible Four.
Introducing the challenger from Asgard, weighing in at 248 pounds. And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 230 pounds. The International Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Cliff Anderson.
This is indeed our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to crown a new champion? Will Thor finally realize the dream?
Well, I can tell you right now, my man, Cliff Anderson, he knows what has to get done. He's an Anderson. Okay, they are familiar with a steel cage. Andersons are tough. They are rugged. They're enforcers. And that's going to be exactly what we're going to see here tonight, I believe.
Well, Thor getting started right away. And Anderson better hurry himself up before this one's over, before it even begins. Oh, look at it, putting the boots to him. Oh, no. Just like that, Cliff Anderson might be done. Thor trying desperately to get over. Again, putting the boots, and down he goes.
What kind of a champion will he be? He's just going to run himself out of there. He's going to cower away.
Anderson has him. Wow, this match was almost over instantaneously. Driving the head of Thor into the steel cage. Anderson with a big right hand, and he drops the challenger.
That's what I'm talking about. I said it. Survival. That's what it's all about.
Thor blocked the steel cage, and now comes up. Reversal by Anderson. Referees outside the ring for the count. We don't allow the referees inside this cage structure during these matches for safety reasons, but they are there to guard the door. They are there to count the threes and to see if somebody's willing to give it up. And this time, Thor meets the steel. What a move right there by Cliff Anderson, and the champion now starting to take control.
You know, the fact that this guy over here is trying to win this title by escaping the cage because he doesn't want to face Cliff Anderson tells me he's not a worthy champion. He is not a worthy champion.
Anderson now going to work on the head and neck of Thor. Anderson from the middle rope. Goes for the elbow. Nobody's home. Irish whip into the ropes, back out front. Power slam, and just like that, Cliff Anderson in trouble. Thor deadlifts him off the canvas, throws him across the ring. You got to admit, Thor is definitely going to have the size, strength, and power advantage over your man.
Well, he might have the size. He might have a little bit more muscularity going on. We can ask questions about how he got that big, but that's all right. At the end of the day, my man is an Anderson. I keep saying that. And he's going to dig deep inside, and he's going to come up with whatever it needs to be.
Thor with another devastating clothesline, and the champion in trouble. Jawbreaker, and that stuns him. Small package rolls him up. Will that be enough? Thor able to kick out. Cliff Anderson throws him into the steel.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? They are familiar.
Headbutt. Not used to seeing that out of Anderson. Shot to the midsection. This time Thor with a block, and there's a headbutt by Thor. Anderson using the elbows. Irish whip again and into the steel cage. And now Anderson going up. Cliff Anderson scaling the steel cage. Thor is down. Anderson has a leg over. Oh, what is he thinking?
I don't know what he's... Oh, look out!
Anderson got pulled down. And Thor, what a move.
That was a mistake right there. No two ways about it.
Pile driver, and Anderson is out. Thor going for the cover, hooks the leg. Cliff Anderson able to kick out somehow. Thor again, that was that hammer time? He caught him with a hammer, and look at this, Anderson still able to kick out. Oh, I'll tell you, this has been a battle and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Cliff Anderson was so close. Using those ropes to pull himself up. Oh, and he caught him and slingshots him. Thor tied up on the ropes, and now Anderson going after the back. Irish whip again and again into the steel. Anderson going up.
Come on, man, get over there. Get over there.
Anderson climbing. Thor still down. And down he goes. And now Thor climbing up. Oh, not again. Not again. Anderson, he's going. Oh, I thought he was going to go down.
Smart move instead. He's kicking him well. He's going to knock him all the way. That's what I'm talking about.
And all he's got to do is go down. Anderson once again battling it out here. Kicking Thor all the way down. These two guys are not going to give it up. How many more? And now Anderson. The battle continues. Thor hanging on. Anderson going up. What's he got in mind? got caught again. Thor going for the cover. Hammering away on the champion right now, and I'll tell you, these two guys are putting each other through their paces here tonight. Going from the top rope, caught him with a sledgehammer. And Anderson catching him. Thor trying to escape once again, but you're not going to get away from the champion that easy. Anderson offering last rites. What's he gonna do here? Up in the air, Brainbuster. No, Cord Buster. Cliff Anderson making his way up. Thor is motionless. The champion has got it. Halfway to home. Now he's just got to go down. Oh, he's got, no! Anderson and Thor. Thor bringing him back in. Head first into the steel cage, and down he goes. Thor going for the pin. Anderson still has enough left to kick out. Hammer time!
Come on, man, get out of there.
2 count and the shoulder is up. Cliff Anderson right now is struggling just to survive. Thor has him. Pile driver. Anderson laid out. What is Thor thinking right now? I think he's wasting time is what I think. He could be the new world champion right here. Has him up across the shoulders. And it's a submission. It's all over. We've got a new champion.
I cannot believe this is absolutely incredible. This is wrong is what this is. This is wrong. You talk about somebody. We got to get someone to look into how this ever happened. This is wrong.
Say what you want about it, but we have got a brand new IWF Heavyweight Champion, and his name is Thor.
We got bamboozled. We got roped into this match. Never should have happened. Never should have happened. Mansfield, I'm going to have it. You better have some explaining to do, buddy.
The Cord Buster looked like that might have been enough. And as much time as these gentlemen spent fighting to get out of the cage, it would take place inside the cage, and it would be a submission.
Nothing about this is right. Nothing about this is right.
Shout out to Prime Time joining us here just in time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. History made. New IWF champion is crowned. The man overcame the roadblocks put in front of him.
International Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, join us for Rise of the Renegades.